This video will help you to search for articles in your field of interest, so you'll need it for step 3 of the RDG100 Field of Interest project. Throughout this video, we'll demonstrate how to access and use the PC library databases to search for those articles. We'll look at how to search or browse for articles specifically in your discipline or field, and then I'll talk about how to utilize database tools for your research. So if you're on the library guide for this project, you can go to part 3 and you can look to see where your field of interest is and click on it. So if you're in Culture and Society, you can come to this page and you'll see we have a couple recommended databases that you can access right through the guide. In addition though, I want to show you how to find these databases through the library homepage. So if you come to the homepage and go to the blue box, you've already looked at one search to find your first article for step 2. Now if we click down here on databases, we'll get this menu of all the databases that the library subscribes to. I think there's just over 105 that are included here. The reason you might do this is because some of the databases are general, but most of them focus on a particular field or discipline or topic. So if you're in dentistry, for example, you might just want to look at these databases that focus on your field. Or if you're in business, you might just want to look at these databases that focus on your field. That's a more high-powered, efficient way to search when you're really looking for something that's specific to your field of interest or a project that you're doing in one of those classes. All of these databases are free and accessible for you to use anywhere you have internet access. Just remember, when you click on one to open it up, you'll need to log in with your MEID and password, just like you would to access Canvas or your student email. So for this demonstration, I'm going to show you JSTOR, which is an academic or scholarly article database. It includes hundreds and hundreds of academic journal titles that you can search and look for things in your field. So if we click on JSTOR, I've already logged in, but this is where you'll need to log in, and you'll come to this page. Now just keep in mind, every once in a while there can be a little bit of a glitch if you're on campus versus off campus, or sometimes with cache or cookies on your computer. So JSTOR is one of the databases that we occasionally will run into trouble, and we do have an FAQ on our homepage that will show you workarounds. So if you experience any trouble with like a bad request or an error message with JSTOR, just look at some of these solutions. For example, using an incognito browser, clearing your cookies or your cache, or just trying to use a different browser. So if you're in, say, Safari, maybe try Chrome or something like that. Usually one of these workarounds will get you where you need to go. If you continue to have trouble though, please do contact the library and we can help you work through it. So from JSTOR, you can just search for a term or a topic or your field, but usually it's more efficient if you go to advanced search. So if we open up that window, you'll see we have a few different options of how we can utilize this advanced search for a more high-powered focused search, right? So I could put in a term that I want to search for, maybe something like hydrogen vehicles, right? And I can scroll down and I can limit just to articles, and I can put in the date. So I don't want information from anywhere, right? I might just limit myself to the last few years. And then if I wanted to further, I could limit by certain fields. So this is where you really want to engage with whatever field of study or career that you're looking into. So for something like hydrogen vehicles, maybe I'm interested in its effect on the environment and climate change, so I can click on these two fields, and you can see it's telling you how many journal titles will be included in your search. But remember, each journal title will have hundreds, if not thousands, of articles attached to it, right? And so from here, I can do my search, right? Type in the term, hydrogen vehicles, and when I do my search, right, here's my results. So I got 21 results for articles about hydrogen vehicles in those specific academic journals, right, between 2020 and 2023. So I might want to browse through my results and see which ones look good. I could try a few of these, but just for the demonstration, I'll click on this first article and open it up. And you can see from here, it gives you some information about it, references. Here's where I can find the abstract and the summary. And then the article will appear right in my browser. Right? And I can flip through here. I can make it full screen if I want to, if that's easier to read. And also notice there's some tools. So if I need to cite this article, I can click on the Cite button, and it'll give me MLA, APA, sometimes Chicago. I can also share it, so if I need to email it to myself to keep track of it, I can do that. Or I can download it, so if you want to save it to your computer device, you can do that as well. As you make your way through the article, keep in mind that most scholarly articles will have certain sections that we've highlighted in the guide. So for example, you'll see here's the abstract, the summary that tells me what this is about. And then we move into the introduction, which gives me some background information, and so on. So look for those cues in these articles. Not all of them will have them, but most of them will, and they can kind of help you navigate these articles. Finally, in addition to searching, sometimes it's helpful to browse. So instead of going to advanced search, if you come over here to browse, you can browse JSTOR by the subject. So let's say I'm in art and art history. I can click here for this general field, and it will give me a list of a bunch of journals in that field. So if I don't have a specific topic I'm looking for, but I just want to see what are people talking about in my field. And I've already looked to see this particular journal here, Artivate, we have through a current subscription. You can see some of these are historical and have later dates. So I can click on Artivate if I want to browse, and it will give me a list of all their issues. So I went ahead and clicked on the most recent one from this year, and then it will show me the table of contents with all the articles in the most current issue. This can be really helpful when you're not necessarily searching for a specific topic, but you do want to browse an important journal in your field to see what are people talking about, what kind of research is being done. Okay, this wraps up our video. So hopefully now you understand how to access and use the library databases. Remember, you do have to log in. Hopefully you understand how to search or browse for articles in your field. And then, like I said, each database varies a bit, but they should have certain tools, like the citation tool or a tool to email it or other things like that. Some of them you're able to translate to another language. So take advantage of those tools because they can help make your research easier. If you do have any further questions, please do visit the PC Library. You can chat with us anytime, 24/7 online. You can schedule an appointment or always just stop in and pay us a visit. Thank you.